What's going on, guys? Your boy, Coach Anthony. Of course, we got none other than Fast Eddie Chambers, and we just wanted to go ahead and remind you I am offering every single course on my website that we already dropped up to date, which is 15 courses. And actually, I'm going to give you guys an extra course that we just made named Drillers Make Killers that isn't even released to the public yet. If you go ahead and grab the Master Boxing Bundle at 90% off, Eddie, 90% off. And not only that, I'm going to give you guys a free coaching call so we can go ahead and discuss what your personal goals are, what you're trying to accomplish through boxing, and how I can help you further in the future. Over the years, I've made courses like Build You From the Ground Up 1.0, Build You From the Ground Up 2.0, footwork drills, defensive principles 101, how to set traps and counterpunch, angles and how to create them, 50 combos to the head, 50 combos to the body, 50 head body combinations, how to box on the inside, how to box from the outside, how to box the opposite stance, which is basically orthodox versus southpaw, the complete Philly shell system, how to shadow box, heavy bag conditioning drills, and of course, like I mentioned before, the last course that isn't even released yet, Drillers Make Killers. Guys, this is a steal. I've sold these courses at $300 a pop, and many have purchased them in the past. And now you guys can get all of them at one time for 90% off with a coaching call. Guys, this is an opportunity. Do not miss it. Go ahead. Go to the website. Don't hesitate. You've been watching us on YouTube for years. We're here to help you. We want to take your boxing to the next level. Let's go. What up, guys? The countdown to Christmas is here. The countdown to Christmas is here. And yesterday, I came on here. We did a light Q&A, a light little conversation. I let y'all know it's basically going to be similar to No Days Off November. We're going to rock out until Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Whether you celebrate or not, we're going to use Christmas as the theme, but it's basically the holiday, the holidays, happy holidays to everybody, whatever holiday you celebrate right now. And we're going to chop it up, man. We're going to have different boxing topics, and we're going to provide value. We're going to, talk. We're going to chop it up. We're going to have a good conversation. And seriously, the goal right now is to try to help people through the platform, okay? I haven't been posting that many videos, as you notice, like regular long form YouTube videos where I'm teaching and stuff like that. I think I'm going to hold off until the new year when it comes to that. So this is going to be the kind of post that you're going to get from me, which are going to be lives. I know a lot of the other YouTubers, they're posting, like the regular, and I've done so many of those. If you guys haven't checked out all the instructionals I've done over the years, I guarantee you could be on there for days just checking out old instructionals and stuff like that. Make sure you guys check out the playlist. I have a lot of stuff on there too that I think that, is still to this day very, very valuable, man. So I think you guys should be taking advantage of that, and getting a lot of that free information that I have. I do have a lot of free information on YouTube. You could study my Instagram, study my TikTok. I mean, there's just so much an abundance of information that I've put out over the years, and it just accumulated over time. You know what I'm saying? And of course, for the holidays, I got the sale, and I was going to go ahead and make a new sale, and I decided not to, right? I decided to, keep the Black Friday deal. So of course, you guys can go to the website, coachanthonyboxing.com, 90% off the Master Boxing Bundle. Side note, you can still get the courses at $79 if that's something you wanted to do. But you're also going to get enrollment to the CA boxing community, and you're also going to get a coaching call with me personally. So if the Master Boxing Bundle is something you still want, the coaching call is still available. I think I'm going to cut the coaching call off because I'm starting to get bombarded. So people who get today will probably get the coaching call. I think I'm going to eliminate the coaching call after today, though. Depends on how many people book calls with me. You know what I'm saying? But today, what I want to do is I want to talk about confidence, guys. And confidence is a big, big issue, a big situation. And when I tell you confidence is such a big situation, I've seen it at all levels. I've seen amateurs with low confidence. I've seen beginners with low confidence. And I've even seen professionals at a world-class level with low confidence. When you're dealing with somebody who's consistently, when you're dealing with a fighter. You're dealing with a person who is about to go to battle, right? Like, I'm getting ready for a fight. I'm going to battle. A person is going to punch you in the damn face, possibly hurt you, possibly can kill you, right? Like, boxing's a dangerous sport. And when you're in it, it can be nerve wracking. You know what I mean? It can cause a whole bunch of anxiety, and you're just like super nervous. And if you allow these nerves to take over, you know what I mean? It's going to be terrible, man. You know what I mean? You're going to be like in a cobweb of fear. And then, when you're in a cobweb of fear, what ends up happening is you perform poorly because you're not able to really fully execute because of, the nervousness, the anxiety, the stuff that you're dealing with inside your own head. So then when you perform poorly and you have a bad experience, then it goes ahead and it starts to tap into your confidence, and it can actually continue on and on and on. So we have to talk about how can we be more confident as boxers, as athletes, right? We have to try to figure this out. And there's many ways to go about it, and I'm going to go over some points today, right? I'm not going to go over 100 points, but I do have my bullet points. And we're going to get into it, and of course we're going to get into some Q&A and stuff like that. And we're going to have a nice time tonight, man. We're counting down the days to Christmas. So this is my gift to you guys. Try to provide value every single day, one way or another. So, first thing to help you with your confidence as a boxer, right? This has nothing to do with like getting girls, right? Or being a confident person in front of the camera, right? Like, this is for the sport of boxing. Let me be very specific. That's what this topic is about. How to be confident for boxing, okay? And one of the best things that you could do is have a good teacher slash trainer. Now, notice how I put teacher slash trainer, because a lot of people got trainers, but you really need a teacher. But some trainers are, some trainers are teachers, but they call themselves trainers. So I put the slash in there. You feel what I'm saying? But you need a good teacher, a good trainer, and you need to know that your coach is a good teacher slash trainer, because what's going to happen is you're going to have confidence in the information that you are receiving, right? So now you're getting this information and you're getting it from a credible source. You know that your trainer, has produced fighters in the past. You know that your trainer has gotten great results in the past with other athletes. Maybe your trainer was a hell of a fighter, and you know that what he's telling you is the right information based off of his career. Maybe your trainer is just a really good teacher, a good communicator, and everybody who he communicates with has success. One of the best things you could do for the sport of boxing is finding a good coach, trainer, teacher, somebody who's going to give you the right information and explain to you the hows to do everything, the whys to do everything. You know what I mean? Not just, say throw a jab. This is how you throw the jab. This is why you throw the jab. This is what can happen when you throw a jab. This is what can happen when you throw a cross. This is the best way to maximize the power on your cross. This is the best way to maximize the speed on your hook, or the power on your hook, or the leverage on your punches, right? You need a good teacher, somebody who's going to show you. When you know you have a good teacher, what ends up happening is you end up having more confidence in yourself because you know you're getting great information. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you have to put in the work, right? You have to put in the work, man. Like, doesn't matter what your trainer tells you, it doesn't matter what your teacher tells you, right? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If you're not doing the work, I mean, seriously, you know what I mean? You're not going to improve. Now, how does this tie into confidence? Well, when you're getting good information and you're confident about the information, and now you're doing the work and you're confident about the work you're doing, because you're putting in that rounds that you should be putting in, you're putting in the miles, you're doing the work that the coach that gave you the good information gave you, is only going to boost your confidence. Is one of the best ways to boost confidence is by doing what you're supposed to do, putting in the work day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to improve your confidence, You have to do something with the information that you're getting. If you go ahead and you take advantage of the sale that I've had on now for, damn, how long have I had on the Black Friday sale? 2 weeks before Black Friday, and we're already about almost 2 weeks. It's almost a month that I've been giving people the opportunity to grab my courses at 90% off, right? This is the longest and the biggest sale I've ever done. Let's say you're one of those smart people that say, I'm gonna take you on up on that coaching. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the coaching call, and I'm gonna have you tell me exactly what you need me to do so I can start the new year off the right way. What do you want me to do, coach? And you actually do it, and it starts to get you results. You're gonna be confident. But if you go ahead and you make the purchase, and then you just forget that you even bought it, and then you go do something else, you never did nothing with the information, right? It does nothing for you. You have to actually review the information. You actually have to apply what your coach is telling you to do. If we're in the gym together and I say, listen, man, I need 6 rounds in the bag, I need 6 rounds of shadow boxing, 4 rounds on the speed bag, you know what I mean? I need 20 minutes of rope. Okay. After that, we're going to go ahead and finish off with some core and some calisthenics. Okay. And then tomorrow we're going to spar. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? If you're like hitting the bag, kind of cheating, and you're doing all that stuff, you're not gonna be confident because you're not really putting in the work, which leads me into the next tip, which is don't. Oh, oh, I'm tripping. Look at that. Typo alert. Typo alert. Let me go ahead and do it real quick. Here we go. Put it back up there. Don't cut corners. Don't cut corners, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be. If I tell you, listen, I need you to hit the bag for 6 rounds, right? And I go ahead and I grab. If I got Raymond Savage Ford, one of my fighters, and I'm like, yo, Raymond, I'm about to work with Fast Eddie Chambers in the ring. He got a fight coming up. I need 6 rounds in the bag. And then after the 6, I need you to do your 4 in the speed bag. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? Let's finish off with some jump rope. And if that's just the routine, I'm just tossing out a routine for you guys. If I'm working with Eddie and my sole purpose is Eddie, and he's on the bag bullshitting, you're like, he's not cheating me. He's cheating himself. So therefore, when I'm like, yo, did you complete your rounds? He's kind of like, yeah, I did it. Okay, cool. We going over to Bosie's gym on Friday, and we're gonna go spar. He's got to deal with that on sparring day. He's the one who's not putting in the work, right? So my point of that is you have to put in the work, but just because you're working, you can't cut corners. You know, I had this conversation with a professional fighter, actually a number of professional fighters that I've worked with. And see, this is the thing about professional fighters, just so y'all know, like a little inside game real quick. Um, a lot of professional fighters, like when they commit to like 6 rounds or 8 rounds, of sparring, right? Because anywhere from, I would say, 6 to 8 rounds is like, you're dealing with a professional now, right? Professional boxers are usually doing 4 to 6, depending where they're at. And I mean, 4 to 8. Let's say 4 rounds to 8 rounds, but typically 6 to 8, right? And when they know they're going 8 rounds, because 8 rounds is a lot of rounds. Like for somebody who doesn't know boxing, they might look at 8 rounds and be like, oh, 8 rounds is, it's no, 8 rounds is a long fucking time in the ring, man. Like, when you're in there boxing, sparring, and you're not in shape completely yet or whatever, like 8 rounds is a hell of a long time, especially when you got a quality guy in front of you. But what ends up happening is they know they got to do 8 rounds. So what do? They start to cut corners in the sparring. So what do? They don't punch. They're waiting. They're trying to cheat the rounds, so to speak, so they can get to the 8th round. In their mind, they're pacing themselves, right? But what's happening is I'm not getting your full conditioning because you're not really execute. I'd rather you give me 4 quality rounds than give me 8 bullshit rounds, if that makes sense. So if I get a fighter and he wants to do 8 rounds, but I know he's not in shape for 8 rounds, I'm gonna say, bro, we're not doing 8 rounds. We're gonna do 4 rounds today. I could do 8. No, I want 4, but in that 4, I want you to work. I need you to let your hands go. Okay? And if you do the 4, maybe I'll leave you in there for another 2. What ends up happening after the 4, they're like, shit, I'm tired. Okay, get out the ring. But that's okay because now we have some data. We know where we're at. So now the kid has confidence that he could fight at a good pace for 4 rounds. Now, when we go ahead and we pick it up to 6 rounds and he's able to keep that same pace at 6, same pace at 8, now when we go 8 rounds in a couple of weeks or whatever it takes us to build to 8 rounds, he knows he really has 8 rounds, as opposed to not being confident and saying, I could do 8 rounds, but in reality, he can only do fucking 3 rounds, but he's coasting along, getting punched around because he's not in shape for the 8 rounds, right? So you can't cut corners, is my point. And fighters have a tendency of cutting corners in sparring. People have a tendency of cutting corners, you know what I'm saying, on the heavy bag. People have a tendency of cutting corners on their core work. When there's nobody visually watching you, people have a tendency of cutting corners. That's why you have to have that accountability. That's why the people who are in my Coach Anthony 2.0 program, they're getting results because I'm on their ass. Pause. Like, yo, you get your work in today? Yeah, okay. Well, as opposed to just hitting the bag on your own with nobody around to help you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the fighters that you deal with, at some point, you can't babysit. Like, I'm not here just to babysit. Like, if I ask you to do something, I'm assuming that you're going to do it because I'm assuming you're a man or a woman of your word. And if you're a man or woman of your word, you're going to do what you say you're going to do. And if you don't, the only thing that's going to happen is fight night, you're going to get your ass whooped. Or sparring day, you're going to get your ass whooped. And when you get your ass whooped, I don't want to hear nothing. Okay? Because you know what you were supposed to do. So don't cut corners. Another thing is to gain confidence for boxing, spar, spar, spar. Okay? Spar, spar, spar is no different than repetition, repetition, repetition. If you're getting ready to compete for boxing, this is for the competitors. This ain't for the people who are just doing this for fitness or just doing this for recreation. I have no problem if that's what you're here to do. I'm the first one that'll tell you that boxing is for everybody. But for the competitors, the ones that are like, yo, I'm here to fight, you got to spar, baby. You got to spar. You got to push yourself in sparring. Exactly what I just said prior. You got to spar quality guys. You can't be the best fighter in the ring every single time unless you're really the best. You need to challenge yourself. You need to push your limits. Because when you do that, guess what happens? Your confidence shoots up. Okay? When I started sparring professionals, I never went professional. Everybody knows I never fought as a professional, but I sparred plenty of professionals in my time. And when I started sparring professionals, I started to gain confidence. I was like, yo, I just sparred, you know what I'm saying, a pro today. I just did good too. Like, I don't know if he was working with me or what, but I was landing some punches on him. And it transferred to more confidence, which led to better sparring when I boxed amateurs, right? It's the same thing when you've never done good in sparring and then you start to actually do good. All of a sudden you do better the next day. You do better the next day. You do better the next day. You have to spar. In order to become a better fighter, you have to spar. And this goes for all levels. So for any professional fighters who are watching this, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys watching this late. Maybe you're in here and you're just being real quiet and you're watching. You want to see what Coach Anthony's talking about. You need to be getting that work and you need to be getting that quality work. Another point I want to bring up to that, big shout out to my training partner, Coach Reg. We coach Raymond Ford together. We don't hide Raymond Ford from no work. We don't hide him from no work. That kid's been in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. That kid's been in the ring with Jermaine Ortiz. That kid's been in the ring with Jerome Boots Ennis. Okay? Raymond Ford gets real work. Guess what that does for him? Real confidence. Okay? He is not afraid to get in that ring. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to show people, listen, what you going to do to me, dog? Like, I've been boxing quality guys. Okay? I've been doing this, which leads me to my next point. If you're a competitor, you have to compete on a regular basis. What's the old saying? Big shout out to Billy Briscoe on this one. The rest is the rust. He got that from Ray Arcel, right? The rest is the rust. Okay? If you're not competing regularly, you ever heard of ring rust? Right? Oh, he ain't been in the ring like that. Like for instance, big shout out to my brother, Fast Eddie Chambers, professional fighter, Fast Eddie Chambers, who's in all my videos, 42 wins, only 5 losses, 23 wins by knockout, fought for the world title, ranked #1 in the world at one time, legit worked his ass off to get there by beating the best of the best at his time. Okay, he was competing regularly, he was kicking ass. Then he went on a long layoff. And then he tried to come back, didn't do so great. Another long layoff. Why didn't he do so great? He took layoffs. Okay. Now he wants to compete again. And we know that if you want to fight again, you're going to have to put in a lot of rounds of maybe what we talked about earlier, which was the spar, get you back, get your timing back. Because in boxing, we got to work on your sharpness. We got to get you back. And there's only one way to do it, and that is to spar consistently and compete on a regular basis. You can't be fighting one time every 2 years and expect to look great. And every fighter who takes a long layoff, no matter how good they are, with the exception of the great Floyd Mayweather Jr., from when he took a 2-year layoff and came back and obliterated Juan Manuel Marquez. And everybody said, oh, he's so much bigger than Marquez. But before the fight, I remember everybody saying, that's a good fight. Marquez beat Pacquiao. Man, I don't know. Then Floyd went in there, made it look easy. He's way bigger than Marquez. Of course. You're saying that after the fact. But before the fact, everybody thought Marquez was a big threat because he beat Pacquiao. Right? So, with the exception of Floyd Mayweather, most fighters, when they take a long layoff and they don't look that great, what's the first thing they say? It's the layoff. It's the layoff. You have to consistently do this. Boxing is not one of those things that you could do it and then you don't do it no more. And then you just come back and you do it great. And that goes for any fighter, man. Boxing is one of those. And let's just bring back to the Floyd. It would happen to Floyd too, but Floyd might have needed a break. His situation was a little different, right? He was fighting from when he was extremely young, nonstop. His body probably needed the rest. But for a person who hasn't been boxing for 20 plus years, who never, doesn't need to recoup a little bit. I mean, for the most part, you need to be active. You need to be an active fighter. And if you're not actively competing, you need to be active in the gym at bare minimum, sparring and getting that work and training, but you need to be active. The bottom line, you got to keep that engine revved up. You can't turn the car off completely in the winter and then try to cut it back on. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. You feel me? So we have to compete on a regular basis. Guys, if I'm bringing you guys some value right now, please press the like button. You know what I'm saying? It would help me a lot. You know what I mean? And let's keep this going. The next tip is going to be keep a strong team around. You got to have a strong team, man. Now, when people think about teams, let's talk about teams. Everybody want to have that cool team, right? It was kind of like when you was for the young kids in here, and for like the guys, who's a little older, who remember school and stuff like that. Like, remember there was always like that cool group of kids in school, right? Or in your neighborhood, you got the cool kids, right? Like, oh, look at them, yo, they dope, like they swagged out, they gangster, whatever cool to you is, right? That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean when I say a strong team. Because a lot of the times people want to be down with people because they cool. And that's the wrong reason to be down with somebody, right? You need to have people in your squad, people in your team who actually care about you. It ain't the people who's just popping for the moment. You know what I mean? Oh, yo, I see it all the time. Fighters, will ignore the people who really got love for them, but then want to be up a celebrities behind because they want to be part of the cool kids. Nah, homie. That's not how you do that. You know what I'm saying? Is that your girl? Your girl's rocking with you? Is that is she's part of your team? Or your father and your mother who support you throughout this? That's your team. Or your coach who's 65 years old and he ain't that cool. You know what I'm saying? But he's been grooming you since you was a kid. That's your team. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the cool cats. Them dudes is for the moment. Them dudes is for the moment. You need to know who's really with you, who's really rocking with you. And that's something that really that's equivalent to life, right? But a lot of people, they want to be down with everybody else who just because they just want to take a photo. Yo, let me be down with y'all. Listen, man, your team is your team. Because guess what? When you start popping and you start winning, guess what happens? Everybody want to be part of your team. All of a sudden, that old man, he's extra cool to everybody else. All of a sudden, your girl who supports you, they're like, damn, I wish I had a girl like that. Oh, you don't want the 35 hoes that was just feeling you? Like, no, man, I need one girl, man, who like just like you, man. Everybody want to be like you now because they see you winning, because they see you got the winning formula. The winning formula is keeping people around you who really care about you, who gonna hold you down whether you're down or up. It ain't just when you up. Okay, so having a strong team around you will keep your confidence up because you know the people that I trust really is with me. Okay, and that's something that I think a lot of people overlook. Another thing that's gonna help you with this is get in top condition, man. Get in top condition. You gotta get in top condition. Okay, when you're in top shape, yo, you gonna be confident, and it ain't because you got abs. Even though that might play a part, right? You know, it's nice to look good with your shirt off. I wouldn't know. I haven't looked good with my shirt off in a couple years, but I remember them days, kind of. You know what I'm saying? But that's not why I'm talking about that. I'm talking about, you know, the performance, how you feel. You know what I'm saying? How you execute stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you make a move, bang, oh, I got that off. Damn, how'd you do that? I'm in shape, baby. My timing is there. I'm sharp right now. Yeah. Yeah. All of a sudden, your confidence is up. You did this. You did what I talked about earlier. You put in the work. You didn't cut corners. And now, guess what? You in top condition. And now you're ready to kick some ass. Because even if a dude's more skilled than you or a woman's more skilled than you, you in hell of shape. And if you think this gonna be an easy fight, you done fucked up. Because guess what? For every one you throw, I'm gonna throw three. I'm gonna throw four. And that's the mentality. And when you get tired, I'm just getting started. Right? What's the old school saying? Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard, baby. Right? That's the old saying. So get your ass in top shape. Okay, which leads me to really the last point that I got is live clean outside the gym. Okay, you did all the good stuff. You did the sparring. You listened to the coaches. You put in the work. You got the team. But don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up by going out there. Remember, you're in the gym. Maybe let's just say you're a gym rat and you're in the gym 6 hours a day, and that's extreme. I mean, maybe if you're doing 3 a days or something like that, possibly, but probably not. Right? Let's just say 4 hours a day. If we do 4 hours, that's 20 hours in a day. Then you still gotta live clean, baby. You gotta put the best fuel in your body. You gotta stay away from alcohol, smoking. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your mind clean. You gotta pay attention to what you're listening to, who's around. Remember, the diet's not just what you put in your body. As far as food and nutrition goes, the diet's what goes in your brain. What kind of people are around you? How's your mental? Boxing is 90% mental, they like to say. Could be. And if it's 90% mental, it's very important you protect that brain. You protect the people and the energies that you got coming into your brain, right? So you can't just be out here, you feel me, like chilling with anybody and doing whatever and letting people's toxic traits fall onto you. You want to eat right, you want to do right, but your man want to drink liquor and he want to eat whatever, and that's gonna throw you off, homie. You got to train in the morning, but your man's like, yo, come on, man, I got two shorties and we gonna go to the club tonight, man. You ain't got a drink or something, but then you go out there and then if somebody gets shot and you almost get hit. Oh shit, man, thank God. Oh yeah, stay your ass home, man. You feel me? And I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm giving you a worst case scenario. All right. Or maybe you get tempted and you drink it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, I'm a human being. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life, but we're talking about building confidence for boxing. And this is the thing, when you do those things, you might have fun in the moment. Let's say it's best case scenario. Let's do that. Let's say it's best case scenario. You went to the club, you had a couple drinks with your boys, you met some dope ass chicks, all right? Or vice versa, the other way around. You had a great time. Stood up till 2, 3 in the morning. You did whatever. Wake up the next day, you groggy. I can't train today. I'll train tomorrow, right? Let's say that happens a few times. Now, you got to spar that kid that you know don't do none of that. You know he could fight. You know he boring. He's boring. He don't do nothing. He don't do nothing, but he fucking trains every day. And he doesn't go out. He doesn't party. And he looking for smoke. How confident you think you're going to be that day? Damn, I've been going out. I've been having some drinks. Been chilling with these dumbass chicks, man. What am I doing, man? I'm tripping. Fuck, man. Fuck, it is what it is. Get your ass whooped. Now, your confidence dropped. But you know why it dropped. You know why you got your ass whooped. You know it. You're like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have did that. You got to live clean outside the gym. Okay? Guys, this is very important. See, this is the thing about confidence, y'all. All confidence is when you do something all the time, you're good at it, and you're disciplined. That's what's gonna build your confidence. Okay, like let's just take it let's take it out of context. I invited a bunch of people a couple of weeks ago when I was doing these lives for No Days Off November, and I said, "Joe, get on the camera and come talk with me." You know how many people were scared to cut their camera on and talk to me? You know how many people were scared to actually get in, but they be talking mad, chat in the chat boxes, chatting away. I sent them the link. Yo, get in here. Come chop it up with me. Crickets. Why? Because they don't do this every day. I know why you're nervous. You got a lot to say behind the keyboard, but you can't say it here. Why? Because you don't do this every day. I do, right? Like I literally went live every single day for the month of November. I've been doing YouTube videos for years. I've been coaching people in real life for years. Remember, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a coach that utilizes YouTube. That's the difference. You got the YouTube coaches, and then you got the coaches that use YouTube, right? Two different things. So I could deal with you in real life. I could deal with you on YouTube because I understand both. You see what I'm saying? And I'm confident. Why? Because I do this. It's what I do. I'm a coach that coaches on camera regularly. I put myself out there regularly. You know what I'm saying? And most people ain't used to that. So what do most people do? I can't go on camera. Oh man, I don't want nobody to see how I look. Or what if I sound? The public speaking, you hear him stuttering. People scared to talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a confident dancer on the dance floor. I hate to admit it. Why? Because it's not what I do. I'm not like a dancer, but I could dance in the ring. I can't dance on the dance floor like that. Like I'm a little bit shy there. Why? I don't do that. Go to the club, you see people just the same people who were scared to talk on this camera killing it on the dance floor. And you're like, damn, dog, like I didn't know that you was like dope like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about confidence comes down to simply doing something all the time. And when it comes to boxing, being disciplined with it. Because you know, if you do everything that your coach asks you to do, plus more, you know that you did everything. You left no stone unturned, which in turn gives you the confidence to execute in life. Okay, or execute in the ring. And when you can execute in the ring, you're going to be confident in life as well. That's the beauty of boxing. It just spills over. It just spills over. Every time you meet a good boxer, he's confident. You know what I'm saying? Some are confident in different ways. Some of them even get cocky, right? But the confidence comes from I'm one of the best at what I do. And when I'm one of the best at what I do, I can go into any room. Right now, if I go into a room with Elon Musk, right? Look, I'm gonna say some names. Let me get confident. I could go into a room with Elon Musk, and I can go into a room with Bill Gates at the same time right now. Pause. Okay, for the record. And I'm gonna walk in there confident. And somebody's gonna say, "You're gonna be confident around two of the richest men in the world?" Yeah, I mean, they're rich with money, they're rich with knowledge, but I have something that they don't got, right? I'm one of the best at what I do. So yeah, their field pays better. Their field, they're top people in the world, right? What? I'm one of the top people in boxing, at least in my opinion. So I got something. I could teach them something. I could literally take Bill Gates right now and say, let me teach you how to slip a right hand, rip a hook to the body, and let me show you, man. He might not be able to do it. I don't know. I don't know what his athletic ability is. But I could tell you what, I guarantee you, I could teach him something that he'll leave that room saying, damn, coach, I learned something from you today. Thank you. I'm glad I could teach one of the brightest human beings in the world something. Because we all can learn from each other, right? Each one teach one. You got to find what your knowledge is. You got to find what you're good at. You know what I mean? And that goes for fighting. You know, you might not be Floyd Mayweather, but you might have a hell of a freaking right hand, man. And when you land that right hand, it's lights out. You know what I'm saying? And that could give you confidence. And you have to be true to you. Be true to who you are. Learn the fundamentals real good, right? And just become who you are. Don't try to be the second best Shakur Stevenson, the second best Floyd Mayweather, the second best Mike Tyson. I love when people hit me up with that. I want to do the Mike Tyson. Listen, bro, why don't you do you? Do you, man? Learn the basics. Learn how to build on top of the basics. And then we'll figure out who you are. We'll figure out who you are. Then maybe people might want to actually want to be like you, right? You want to be like him, but why don't you be you and make them want to be you? Isn't that so much doper? Isn't that so much better? Isn't that a better feeling than you wanting to be like somebody else? People wanting to be like you because you got the recipe? That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what this game is all about. So that's my message today, guys. I hope that helps you guys with this. Let me go ahead and get into the chat and see what y'all talking about, man. I mean, I don't know. I had the chat off because I didn't want to get distracted. You feel me? But got a lot of conversation going in here, man. I see you, man. I got my man Ray Bree. What up, Ray? I see you, champ. I see you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Handing out boxing wisdom, man. Listen, yeah, man. I see you, broski. I appreciate you. That's what this is all about, y'all. This is all about, you know what I'm saying, trying to be better people, and better athletes, better fighters. This is a boxing channel. And the number one things that kills boxers is confidence. Listen, think about it like this. And we on the streets and we about to get into a fight. And you know the dude that you about to fight. He about that. And now you like, oh, I done messed up. Confidence is shot. It's overplay, boy. It's not gonna be a good day for you. See what I'm saying? But when you're confident and you know you can handle the situation, if you're confident and you know you can handle the situation, you might be able to handle the situation without it coming to fist. You feel what I'm saying? I'm so confident in my ability, you know what I'm saying, that if I see a situation that I could diffuse with words, I'm gonna diffuse it with words. I'm like, yo, chill, homie. It ain't gotta be that. But I'm prepared for it to be that, if that makes sense. And when you have confidence, you could do that. But when you have fear, people smell fear. Confidence can help deter the bullets, man. This is why I try to tell people to take advantage of the coaching that I'm providing, the boxing, the internet. Take advantage of the damn internet, y'all. And stop looking at the internet like it's, oh man, the world done got whacked since people on the internet. No, 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 no. You got more access to information than you ever did before. That's what you got. And you don't know what to do with it. I'm not talking to anybody in general. I'm just speaking. You feel what I'm saying? But my point is, you got access to information. I could literally Google anything right now and learn about it. So, you want to learn how to market? Pick up a fucking marketing course. I got a bunch of marketing courses on my laptop right now. You think that I do YouTube videos and sell courses and run Facebook ads without checking out some marketing courses? I done spent thousands of dollars on marketing courses. Okay? I'm going to take advantage. I ain't go to college. If I'm going to pay for school, I'm going to pay for something that I know that I want to be better at. I'm not just going to pay for school. I'm going to pay for something. Okay, I want to learn how to be a mechanic. Well, find out how to learn how to be a mechanic. I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to do that. Yo, the information is there. There's somebody selling it. Do your background check. Find out who that person is. Make sure that person's legit. And go ahead and get started, man. The sooner you start, the better. This ain't a sales gimmick. If you don't trust in what I'm doing, take your ass to a boxing gym. Take your ass to an MMA school, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, whatever you choose. The reason why I'm talking about boxing is because that's what I do. That's my specialty. You know what I'm saying? But learn something that's going to help you. Take advantage of the times that we're in. We're all interconnected with the internet right now. I literally talk to people from different countries regularly. I literally have a girl in my community that I had come on here. She's from Australia. She's really from Indian descent and lives in Australia. And I have helped her improve her jab. And I'm in New Jersey. You see what I'm saying? Not even in the same time zone as her. And I'm able to help her. You feel me? So we got to take advantage of what times we are in. And we have to really utilize our time wisely because time is the most valuable commodity, y'all. Right? You think I don't want to just chill around and do nothing some days? I love to chill. I could be the biggest, laziest person you know. But when you got a goal and there's things you got to do, man, we ain't got time to chill like that. Sometimes we got to put chilling on the back seat and we got to get to work. You feel me? So, that's going to help your confidence. That is 100% going to help your confidence, man. Yo, Rare Breed, you want to get in here and chop it up with me for a second? I see you in there. I see you in there doing your thing, man. Internet is such a powerful tool for communication, regardless of distance and time. Is the most valuable asset all of us own. Absolutely, man. I mean, think about it, bro. You can get money back. You know what I'm saying? You can get money back. Can't get time back. You know what I'm saying? There's people right now who are 55 years old with a bunch of money that will give you their money to be, I don't know, 30 years old again, young in shape. You feel me? There's people who would do that. There's people out there like, yo, man, I'm 55, I'm rich, but I'd rather be 30 because if I could go back and know what I know now, not only will I make the money back, I'll enjoy my life more. I'll take more chances. I'll have more experiences that I was scared to experience, and I'll spend more of the money to invest in myself that I used to think was a stupid idea. Now I know how smart it is. Trust me, I speak to older people all the time. Most of my circle are people older than me because I love learning from older people. I love hearing their experiences. You see what I'm saying? And then I just take what I learned from them and kind of just gauge it based off my own experiences. And that's how I kind of try to make decisions. You feel me? And one thing I've learned is that you don't want to waste time, man. You don't want to waste time. That's why the busiest people in the world don't waste no time. I don't call people who I know that are busy people that get money for real. And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I'm ready to have a conversation. They're like, yo, Ant, man, listen, man, if it ain't serious, man, I gotta go. I'm like, all right, talk to you later. And I kind of feel like, damn, he just dubbed me. And it's like, he's not disrespecting me. He's really busy. Like, when you're not busy, you don't understand somebody who's busy. You feel me? So then when I started getting busy and I started really living by these principles, right? All of a sudden, now when I do it to people, I'm like, damn, I hope I ain't rubbed them the wrong way. But the fact is, I'm busy right now. Like, it's just what it is, right? You might be busy studying something. You might be busy in the gym working out, getting your fitness on. You might be busy spending time with your loved ones because you realize that that's something that's very important in life that we overlook. You might be busy, you know what I'm saying, working. You might be busy, whatever. But when you're handling your business, your confidence goes up. So it's the same thing with boxing, man. You know, when you're handling your business, your confidence goes up. And that's just what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? Handle your business, your confidence goes up. You don't handle your business, your confidence is going to go down. If you say tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 9 in the morning and hit the gym, and you wake up at noon, you already know you're full of it. You're gonna be like, damn, all right, well, you feel me? It accumulates. They have that old saying, like, how you do anything is how you do everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you serious, let's get serious for a minute, man. Why not? Let's find fun in getting serious, people. Let's find fun in that. You know, I think that as adults, you know, we have to find fun in getting serious. You know, let's find some fun in like accomplishing some goals and doing something great. Let's find fun in that. I mean, if you were young for mad years, you went to clubs already, right? At least I know I did. You know, I drank plenty of alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I done did everything I shouldn't have done plenty of times over and over again. I think it's time now to have some serious goals. And let me find the same fun I found in making dumb decisions. I'm going to find the same fun in making smart decisions now and seeing what I can actually accomplish. And if you're a fighter, you should have that same mentality as a fighter. See, I'm not a fighter no more. I'm always going to be a fighter at heart. And in life, you're always a fighter, right? So in general, am a fighter. You're a fighter. We're all fighters. We're all fighting a battle one way or another, no matter how you look at it. But when you are actually a competitive boxer, I should say. See, there's a difference. See, boxers think they're the only ones who are fighters. Boxers are not the only ones who are fighters. Boxers are boxers. So for my boxers out there who compete, right? Really go for it this time. Really put in the work this time. I know you said you were going to do it before and something happened and you got sidetracked, but this time do it for real. Oh, you got injured. That's why you stopped. You got injured. Okay. Well, did you find out what the injury is? Yeah. Okay. Did you find out how to resolve it? Yeah. Okay. Well, resolve it. Did you find out how to warm up properly? Yeah. Well, warm up. Stop going into the gym cold. Stop that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to figure out a way to make it work. We have to figure out a way to we can make excuses all day. I made them for many years. But the fact is, we have to make it work. We have to make it work. You know what I mean? I remember when I bought, my first nice car. And I remember saying, I can't afford it. I can't afford that car. But then I did some math, yo. I kid you not. I would wake up, I'd buy some breakfast, $10. Easy. $10 is a cheap breakfast nowadays, right? Like, I think I probably spent at least $10 to $20 on breakfast. Right? Middle of the day, I don't know, energy drink or something, right? Like something that costs like $3, $4, you know? Then maybe at night, didn't feel like cooking, get another dinner, right? And I'm sitting around, I'm like, well, I can't afford a payment that's gonna be, let's just say the easy number is $1,000 a month. But then I realized I'm spending like $40 or $50 a day on like nothing, like breakfast, fucking energy drink, dinner, or maybe I don't eat dinner out that day for 2, 3 days in a row, but then on the weekend we'll go splurge out and spend a bunch of money on dinners and stuff. I'm like, yo, I'm literally spending the same money that I could be saving for the nice goal that I want, which is the nice car. Like, why am I spending like I should be meal prepping because for one, I'm gonna lose weight, and that's always on my mind. For two, I know the food's healthy and prepared. Three, now I could get the nice car, right? And that's really what I had to do to make it happen. Like I had to like really like look at my finances and make it happen and say, damn, like what the hell was I thinking? You feel what I'm saying? Like I was bugging. I used to think I couldn't afford something. You know what I'm saying? Just do an analysis of where your money's going before you say you can afford to invest into yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what my other point is. That's the whole point of me bringing that up. We have to figure out the excuses. What's holding us back? Is going to a boxing gym holding you back? Is investing in my courses holding you back? Is investing the time to actually do the work holding you back? Let's say it's the time. I had somebody email me the other day. If you guys aren't signed up to my newsletter, you guys could probably find my newsletter on any one of my regular YouTube video posts. Just sign up to the newsletter. I post, motivational stuff, any sales in the future, any new course releases, everything. That's all on the newsletter. Tips. So the other day I did a newsletter and I actually said, hey, if there's what's your biggest struggle with boxing? That was the email. I sent it out. Boom, sent it out to everybody I know. What's your biggest struggle with boxing? I had some like hundreds. I can't reply to everybody. But somebody replied and said, I got no time. And when I read that, I'm like, hold up. Let me get this straight. So there's 24 hours in a day. And you mean to tell me you can't give me 3 hours a week? 3 hours a week, man. You can't give me 1 hour on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You can't do that. You can't give me 1 hour. Okay, you can't give me 30 minutes every day for 5 days in a row or 6 days in a row. You can't do that. Come on, man. Listen, I was just chopping it up with y'all for 52 minutes. That's 2 days worth of working out if you only got 25 minutes a day. You just worked out twice. You sat here and listened to me talk. You feel me? So my whole thing is you got time, man, to make it happen if you really want it. You got time. It's just where do you want the time to go? I'm going to put the link right here for you. Just click that link, right? Click that link. You feel what I'm saying, people? We got time, man. If you guys really want to get good at boxing, you could do this. You could find the time. You could find a couple extra dollars to invest into the gym. You can invest into the personal training from that good coach that you know down the street who's charging $100 an hour or $150 an hour. It sounds like a lot, but hey, you might learn something that might stick with you forever. That's not worth something to you. You know what I'm saying? You can get a course right now, all 16 of them, for 90% off. Okay? That will last you a lifetime. That's not worth something to you. I really don't get it. So if you want to build your confidence, guys, you got to put in the work. You have to put in the work. You have to do the repetition. Repetition, repetition, repetition. I guarantee you, come fight night, you're going to be confident. Every single fighter I know that has been super confident, okay, the one thing that they had in common is they didn't cut corners. They put in the work. They showed up every day. They put in the rounds. See what I'm saying? They invested into themselves, whether that's investing in a good coach, investing in a good team, investing the time. Some guys have to drive an hour to find a good gym. Some guys got to train on their own and they got to do it online, but they are willing to do the work. And that's the truth, y'all. So if you want more confidence, you got to put in the work. I put that link in there, Ray. If you don't click it, I'm just going to end this real soon, guys. But I hope you guys are having a good time right now. I hope you guys, there's a good point. Cigarettes cost you $422 a month, and that's why you stopped. Look at that. So he made a financial decision based off of something that was not good for him and also costing him money. And he decided to stop. So big shout out to you for stopping the cigarettes. And I know we all got vices. We all have issues. We all listen. I'm a snacker, man. I like to snack, guys. I hope you guys don't think that this is all muscle under here, even though we do got some muscle going on, right? But I'm a snacker, and we all got our little demons. Some people have other demons, but we have to. The thing is, we have to attack them. It's a fight every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight every day to be the person you want to be. You know what I mean? You can't just wake up one day and be that person, unfortunately. If it was up to me, I'd wake up, I'd be a multimillionaire, I'd be in super shape. I'd live somewhere where all my family and friends were close by, and I would just do what I wanted to do every single day for the rest of my life. And I would want to live another 50 years looking young. And that would be like the ideal life for me if everything was going great, right? Like, you see what I'm saying? So, my whole thing is it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy, man. It ain't that easy. You got to put in the work. All right, we got a guest in the building.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on,
Hold
man?
on, let me mute. Gotta mute this one.
Your
Yeah,
screen,
bro.
your
My thing
screen's
is all
still
jumpy, man. I'm trying to fix this.
on.
That's
All
what
right,
was holding me up. My bad.
that's all right. I mean, it's all about information anyway. So, um, yeah, man. What did you get from this live, and what's on
Nah,
your mind?
I got a lot of good information from here, man. You actually motivated me to fucking go to sleep early, actually, and get put in that work. And I was actually gonna interject when you were saying like people saying they ain't got no time. If you ain't got no time, what worked for me, this is what I started doing. I started waking up earlier. I actually started reading from like a lot of older people, millionaires, billionaires, started doing my research on them. And a lot of them was talking about how they they wake up 4 a.m.
It's 0
You know what I
hours.
mean? So they wake up at 4 a.m. and guess what? They do their hardest work that early in the morning. So whatever the most excruciating thing you got to do, let's say you got to study, or let's say you want to train or something like that, that's when you do it. And those are the night hours, you know what I mean, where you bust out your hardest work then because you're fresh. So you put in your hardest work then, and then guess what, you can still go back to sleep while everybody's sleeping. You can still train, you can still study, you can still do whatever you got to do. And then right after that, still handle your business, do your laundry, do everything, you know what I mean. Nobody's even up yet, you know what I mean. So it's open season. By the time stores wake up, I mean, by the time stores open up, you already done with everything, you know what I'm saying. And you handle your business, do what you got to do. By the time they wake up, let's say 8, 9 o'clock, things start opening up. You done with half of your day already. You already did all your hardest work. You did your workout, and you can still nap if you have to, or head yourself to work.
Now, hold on. This is something that people don't know about you. You know what I mean? And I know just for y'all know, for the record, I know Ray. This is my brother. I mean, we grew up in New York
Hold up,
City.
trying to fix this. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, this is for the people who don't know. This is my brother Ray. Like when I say brother, I mean like super close friend, basically my brother, right? And we've known each other since we was like 8 years old, New York City. Like, so
Pretty much.
you're talking about somebody who I've known since New York City. Like, I tell everybody I'm from New York. This is somebody who knows my history. We grew up together. I know his history, and
Pretty much.
I've also seen how you've changed as a man. You're somebody who's been through a lot of turmoil in your life, and I've even seen you heavy. I've seen you gain weight, and you were, a little bit out of shape and stuff because you were dealing with other things. Other things were
Of course.
the other
I'm
things
a
were
I'm a I'm a fat kid at heart, bro.
yeah. Not only that though, you had other priorities.
Yeah.
Now, you're in fantastic shape. You know what I'm saying? I salute you for that because I seen you
Thank you,
do
man.
it. I seen you do it on your own.
Yeah.
And so tell the people, man, who might be in here right now who's out of shape, maybe they're super thinking that they can't change their lives. Maybe flex a muscle real quick, man. Show them what's possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, show them what's
Oh,
possible.
wait, what you want me to do? You want me? Nah, nah, nah. But but basically,
we're not gonna get into nutrition and all that right now.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was the topic. We can talk about that,
nah.
in these next 10 days. But I want you to more talk about the mindset.
All right. Basically, we was chopping it up the other day talking about this. What works for me, and I think this will works for everybody, is finding out your motivation. What motivates you the most? So you got to find that motivation. Like some, uh, some motivation is women. Some motivation is be successful. Some motivation is competitiveness. If you have that competitive nature, and I was telling him this the other day, where like some people, they have like jealousy and envy embedded in their blood. That's just who they are. You know what I'm saying? And there's no shaking that. You can turn that energy 360 and use that as fuel, as motivation to be whoever you want to be. If you have that competitive nature and you're like, oh, how come they got this and they look like this and I'm looking like that, you talking down on the next man. No, let that motivate you. Congratulate them, salute them, and be like, yo, if they could do it, I could do that shit even better. You know what I mean? I could work harder. You know what I mean? Like, he's not built like me. Are you crazy? Have that self confidence in yourself. Like, nah, he's a walking, talking man just like me. Everybody bleeds the same. You could work 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, always have that confidence in yourself. Like, yo, what he does, I could do better. Point blank, period. So always have that confidence and you got to build that up. But you, honest to God, have to find that motivation in you. Some people not motivated by jealousy and envy. That's not their thing. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Some people have that, I don't care, I don't care. But you have to find that motivation, whatever motivates you. A heartbreak. Heartbreak, I believe, is like maybe 60 to 70% of males' motivation. You know what I'm saying? Or going through rough times with family, financial problems, and stuff like that. Revert that energy. Me, I turn a lot of my energy's always been rage. You know what I mean? I only deal with two emotions in life: happy and anger. My anger, I use that as fuel. Oh, people told me I couldn't do this in life. People said I won't amount to this. I won't do that. I can't succeed doing this. Oh yeah, watch me.
Now, I want to add a sidebar to what you're saying because everything you're saying is absolutely true. Now, the sidebar that I want to add is it goes back to what I said earlier in the chat, guys. Is you got to put in the work, right? So the motivation is part one. So yeah, man, you can't do that, and he pisses you off, like Ray just said. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, I can't do it. Watch me do it. Now, when he says watch me do it, that doesn't mean he's just gonna do it. He's gonna put in the research. He's gonna put in the hours. He's gonna actually perfect and work at whatever it is that person said he couldn't do. Right? You're not just gonna be able to do it in that moment. It might.
Yo,
It might.
not to cut you off, Eddie, mad funny. Round is
Yeah,
the shape.
round
Yes,
is
it
a
is.
yeah. Yeah, round is man.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, man, you're comfortable in your own skin. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters. For some people, what I mean, that's they want to
100%.
be lean. For some people, they're like, bro, I'm good, man. Like I've met people that are heavy that I envy their confidence. I'm like, damn, bro, like I wish I
Yeah,
had your confidence, bro, because you had a little bit, but they carry it well. So if listen, it's all about being happy in your own skin. Because there's people I know a kid who actually just committed suicide 2 weeks ago, and this
oh
dude
man,
was in fantastic shape.
damn,
And he was actually a bodybuilding coach, and he was ripped up, shredded up, had crazy
shit.
abs, and he committed suicide. So just because you're in shape don't mean you happy, right? We got to find happiness in whatever we're trying to do as well.
Not to cut you off, to add to that, like you said, a strong team, because it's unfortunate to hear that somebody committed suicide over that. But if you have a strong team, and let's be clear, uh, mental health is a real thing. So if you notice somebody just off, somebody not right, I understand we live in a selfish world right now where everybody is like really in tune to themselves so much that they live in their own bubble, and that's fine. You're committed, you're dedicated to yourself, you're trying to do your own brand, or you're trying to succeed in life. Salute you. But at the end of the day, if you see somebody close to you, or even somebody that's not close to you, pull them to the side and just check in on them. Like, yo, you good? Yo, I'm just reaching out, see if you alive. You breathing? Yo, you want to talk? Yo, be that shoulder to cry on. I live a selfless life. And by that, I mean, I'm not afraid to put myself out there for the next person. You know what I'm saying? Just to help them out, or to be like, yo, you need anything, check in, let me know. Or I'm just calling up random. You know what I'm saying? Ask Coach Anthony how many times I call him and be like, yo, just checking in. You
And, yo,
breathing? Everything good?
not to cut you off, to give you a sidebar, just because that person isn't showing emotional distress, that's still not the only reason you should check up on that person. If you care about that person, you should check up on them because not everybody shows their trauma the same way. Some people show it by being smiley and happy, and you think
Yeah,
everything's good, and then you find out they're
yeah,
actually not. So check up on
100%.
check up on your strong friends too. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, they put the mask up, but yo, if you really know them, you know that that's a mask, and they covering that. Oh man, hold on, I think my shit just disconnected.
I can hear you though. We can hear you
Yeah,
though.
hold on. Yeah, this bum ass camera, my man.
My man John Marley said,
Hold on, see,
discipline,
I'm
hard
switching
work,
over here.
discipline, work hard, train hard
Switch
to
this
better
back.
yourself first and foremost. Make sure make sure hold on, let me read this again. Discipline, work hard, train hard, better yourself first and foremost. Make yourself stronger. The rest will follow. Women, money, success, glory, whatever. All the side effects of the primary be better. I feel you, John. Yeah, man.
Hundred
Um,
percent,
so
hundred
yeah, man.
percent. But look, but let your motivation be about you first. All that stuff is good. If you got to put that up there and be like, yeah, I'm doing this for this. Nah, man, do it for yourself, man.
But yo, guess
Like
what? Yo, it's
that
crazy.
person in the mirror that you see every day, be proud of yourself in that mirror. Like, yo, I did this. I accomplished this. You know what I mean? This is me. You know what I mean? That hard work is going to speak volumes for yourself. You're going to walk into a room and feel that energy, feel that aura. You know what I mean? People feel that radiating off of you and they want to know you. They want to be around you just because of that. You know what I mean? And it's a major life changer. Trust me. Trust me, man.
Yeah, man. So when it comes down to confidence, guys, um, find your motivation. I like that. And put in that work, man. That self discipline is gonna make you confident. You know what I mean? I see it all the time. I see it in athletes. I see it in fighters all the time. When a fighter comes into camp with me and they haven't been training for a while,
Hmm.
their energy is totally different from 3 weeks out from the fight. 3 weeks, two
Definitely.
weeks out from the fight, when you see that look in their eye, they got that look like, yo, I'm ready to go. Like it's time, it's go time. And you're just like, man, I remember when you came into camp 8 weeks ago and you had that look in your eye, like, man, I don't even know if I could do 4 rounds. So you see the confidence transformation change just from a person doing something every day. Like I said, even if we're not talking about boxing, if we're
Hmm.
talking about electronics, if I sat behind a computer and fix something every day, I'm gonna feel way more confident than the guy that doesn't. You know what I mean? So it's
It's
just about
true.
repetition. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Well
Yeah.
said.
Yo, Ray, tell people how they can find you, man. I think that you're gonna be a big benefit to the channel. I'd love to have you on here more. But for the people who want to keep up with you, who might not know how to get a hold of you, how can people find you?
Well, I'm on Twitter. Twitch is my stomping ground. I be on there chopping it up with my peoples and playing Warzone. I don't know if we got some Warzone fans in here. What up? You can always add me or whatever, or reach out to me or whatever. I'll be on Twitch.
You gotta,
Twitter.
you gotta let people know your handle.
Oh
I know you're
man.
not a social media guy, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna coach you. I'm gonna coach you on social
He's
media.
trying to reel me in, bro. He's trying to reel me in. That's
I
what he's
got
doing
you.
right
I
now.
got you.
I try to blend into the background and stay off the grid.
Right,
But
right.
it's my handle, I believe, is Rebel Since Birth on Twitch. So you could go check that out if I'm on there, chop it up or whatever. We play some few games, and same thing we doing here, we could probably do over there and have a good time and all that good stuff. And from there, you could bounce off to all my social medias, which is IG, Twitter, and on TikTok and shit. Be posting like little clips and all that. But I'm only here to support my man Coach Ant because he's been putting in work in this game for so long, and he's bloodline to me. And watching him grow and seeing his progression through these years, man, it's like, I cannot congratulate him and salute him the most because y'all don't understand what we came from and where we at today. This is like something to be really to be proud of. Let's just say that.
Yeah, man. I
There's
appreciate
not too
it.
many of us that made it. Let's just say it like that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really talk about the history of us growing up and some of the stuff.
Nah, nah. Yeah, that's the past anyway. But
People just look at me as the boxing coach, but yo, listen,
yeah,
we're gonna definitely talk to you more often, man. You're gonna be a big benefit because you got a lot of value to bring to people, man. So thank you for
Yeah.
pulling up, Ray.
Now you already know, man.
All right, peace.
All right, later on.
All right, y'all. My boy Ray just came in here, dropped some jewels for you guys. I'm definitely gonna bring him back on here. Look, yo, I just dropped down and did 15 push-ups. Thanks for the motivation, coach. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is about, guys. This is about you know, confidence, and confidence comes from hard work, dedication. Why do you think Floyd Mayweather was so confident, man? He put in that hard work, dedication every day, and he gave y'all the secret. He gave y'all the jewels, but y'all just got to go ahead and do it. Guys, don't forget to go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com, man. 90% off the Master Boxing Bundle. If you want me to coach you personally, you guys will get a free coaching call when you grab the Master Boxing Bundle. I got the holiday sale, the same exact thing as the Black Friday sale. I could have did a holiday sale at 75% off, and a lot of people who didn't know about the Black Friday sale would have accepted it. They would have said 75%. That's great. But guess what? I didn't want to do that to y'all. We're talking about the holidays. We're talking about the end of the year. We're going to rock out. We're going to start the New Year's right. So I need everybody who loves what I'm doing, who wants to learn more, to take advantage of this sale, because when I'm done with it, I'm really done with it. I say it all the time. I'm not just the boy who cried wolf. I'm telling y'all, I'm trying my best to really provide something for you guys, give you guys a coaching call, get on the call, talk to you personally, just the way me and Ray was talking. That's how me and you would be talking, except I'd be jotting down information, letting you know, okay, this is how we're going to go ahead and we're going to approach your training. Plus, you're going to have access to every course ever created, and a course that's not even released yet, which is Drillers Make Killers, okay? You're also going to get access to the Facebook community that I have that's private just for the people who supported what I've done over the years, where you're going to have extra accountability, where you're going to be able to show me your sparring, your shadow boxing, your heavy bag work, and I'm going to be able to critique you, and you're going to have more access to me. I don't know anybody else doing this right now. I'm sure somebody's going to see it and want to do what I'm doing, but I don't know anybody doing it who's bringing what I'm bringing to the table. So I would love to see you guys support what I am doing, because I'm here to help you. I'm investing in the people who invest in me. You invest in my program, I'm investing back into you, and that's what this is all about. I want to say thank you to everybody who came on here tonight. And you already know, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
What's going on, guys? Your boy, Coach Anthony. Of course, we got none other than Fast Eddie Chambers. And we just wanted to go ahead and remind you, I am offering every single course on my website that we already dropped up to date, which is 15 courses. And actually, I'm going to give you guys an extra course that we just made named Drillers Make Killers that isn't even released to the public yet. If you go ahead and grab the Master Boxing Bundle at 90% off, Eddie, 90% off. And not only that, I'm going to give you guys a free coaching call so we can go ahead and discuss what your personal goals are, what you're trying to accomplish through boxing, and how I can help you further in the future. Over the years, I've made courses like Build You From the Ground Up 1.0, Build You From the Ground Up 2.0, footwork drills, defensive principles 101, how to set traps and counterpunch, angles and how to create them, 50 combos to the head, 50 combos to the body, 50 head-body combinations, how to box on the inside, how to box from the outside, how to box the opposite stance, which is basically orthodox versus southpaw, the complete Philly shell system, how to shadow box, heavy bag conditioning drills, and of course, like I mentioned before, the last course that isn't even released yet, Drillers Make Killers. Guys, this is a steal. I've sold these courses at $300 a pop, and many have purchased them in the past. And now you guys can get all of them at one time for 90% off with a coaching call. Guys, this is an opportunity. Do not miss it. Go ahead. Go to the website. Don't hesitate. You've been watching us on YouTube for years. We're here to help you. We want to take your boxing to the next level. Let's go.